Today we're going to break down one NBA 2K League defensive play using everything we've learned about comp defense from the 2KL 101 series. I'm Josiah Cohen, and I'm the assistant GM and coach for Warriors Gaming Squad, the 2023 NBA 2K League champions. This is the first play of the 2023 finals against NBL Oz Gaming. I'll go slowly and rewind a lot, so just stick with me. This is a pretty basic alignment early on, where you've got the lock on the point guard, the shooting guard on the shooting guard. All right, we've got our point guard CB13 on their small forward, Law Rich. They're locked down in the corner. Right, Nay, our center, is guarding their power forward, DJ Too Cold in the other corner, and we've got Cease, the best defensive player in the world, guarding the back end of the pick and roll. Right, Harry, their point guard. So early alignment here, we're going to have the lock guarding the middle, right? And why that matters, and you're going to hear me say the word alignment a lot, is because the alignment of various defensive players makes a big difference in terms of how you rotate and how you adjust to various actions that the offense throws at you. So, right, we talked about different rotations, right, and the lock being in the middle could lead you to a reverse stack if you had the center in the opposite corner here. But now Harry's operating on the center side, right, so we're looking at stuff like triangle or reverse, right? And triangle usually is done when that lock is aligned toward the middle and the power forward aligns toward the wing in the pick and roll, and the power forward would come here and then bounce down to the corner while the center steps into the paint. But here, right, look at Kenny, our lock, right? Look how he changes up his alignment, right? Giving the point guard a different look. He changes up his alignment in the middle of the play, right? So he's aligned middle for the moment, right? But then you're going to see him switch to align toward the right side of the point guard, which we're going to call the wing, right? Wing, middle, those are your basic two alignments, right? And you see here Cease, who's very aggressive, he's stepping to the middle, and you can already kind of, looking at what these three players are doing on defense, you can kind of guess what rotation we're going to run, right? So Harry comes back to the middle, right? And you see Kenny sort of step down toward that corner, right? We're about to run a reverse rotation, right, where the middle steps up and becomes the primary point of attack defender, right? The wing aligned player steps down to the same side corner, and the center bounces and drops down into the pick and roll, right? But Kenny's doing a good job here. He's not opening up that pocket too obviously. He's not running down to the corner too quickly, which would give Harry the chance to dribble back to the right wing here and take a shot, right? So we're playing it pretty well, right? Harry tries to pass out of it, but there you see the reverse come in. Nay drops to the paint, right, and he's going to try and wall up Sick here. Cease is now on ball. Kenny's now guarding the corner, right, and no changes here on the weak side with our two guards, right. So he walls up Sick, does a really nice job there. Sick's a great paint scorer, does a nice job to force him to pass out, right, and they kick it out. Cease went with the reach there, and now it's Mama guarding on ball, right, and Cease is up top. Kenny's still in the corner. All right, so now it's back, right, NBL's trying to run more pick and roll, right, they're resetting here. They're going to go with another pick and roll with Sick stepping up. Now it's Jaden, who had a tremendous finals. He's going to be working the pick and roll, right? Again, it's Cease, right? Read the alignment again. Cease is aligned to the wing here, right? So Nay's got to worry about the middle here. But, right, things are changing up a little bit, right? Because on the one hand, right, we talked about the lock and the power forward, kind of how their alignments dictate how they react to the pick and roll. Especially when you get the center involved, who's a little slower, and it's tougher for him to step and also guard the paint at the same time, and you have less of a dropping threat from the corner here, since you've got the point guard and the lock in the corners, right? You have less success kind of dropping off the corners to get a paint stop. What we're going to do here, with Cease up as the primary point of attack defender and Nay, our center, guarding the back end, is we're gonna lift a little bit. And what lift is, right? You see Mama on that man, our shooting guard, he's pinching the middle bit a little bit, right? And that creates a lot of space for Harry, obviously, on the wing. And this is a tough shot if he were to catch it right here. He's open, right? Nadal, Mama, that man, is leaving him open a little bit because he's got CB13 able to step on his Dex back, right? If Harry faked the wrap here and then came back to be an open shooter, right, CB13 would step up on that. And NBL is doing a good job, right? They've got a sense for that, and they're calling the cut from the small forward in the corner, right? And it looks like he's got CB13 totally beat. But what Lift does is Lift brings up these players, right? It says, all right, Cease going to take away that. The hash defender is going to pinch the middle. And the paint, which is nominally open, right, the center has the responsibility of dropping back and guarding the paint. So he is able to worry less about Jaden shooting quickly off the middle here because of the Mom that man pinch, and Mom that man's pinch is helped by CB13, right, on the skip pass, right? And so the paint, which kind of looks open at the moment for Large, who's cutting, is actually guarded by Ney. So he throws the cut, right, and Ney reaches for it, doesn't get the steal animation, right? CB13's not following him like crazy, like, oh crap, I missed this cut, he back cut me, we're toast. He's still kind of helping because Ney's responsibility is the paint, and he's here for it, and he gets the block. So just to play it out in full, right, you kind of see how the standard pick and roll that teams run, there's a lot going on defensively that adjusts and affects how defenses play that, right? So you've got Harry in pick and roll early on the center side, right? We're going to reverse out of that based on the changing alignment of the lock and the power forward, right? Ney gets in it, he walls up, they get back to pick and roll with the wrap, right? We're lifting a little bit, pinching the middle. Ney's got the paint covered, and he gets the block, and then we're out in transition in the half court. So that really kind of covers how a basic, right, looking play on offense. You got two pick and rolls here with a cut in the action. That's the extent of the offense here. That's standard level. Obviously, NBL ran their fair share of plays. This is kind of early on, just trying to get a feel for the defense. And the defense, in turn, is being aggressive and rotating and kind of changing up how they're trying to cover different areas of the court and how they do that, right? So you've got this early reverse rotation, right, which makes the point guard get it out of his hands. Now you're burning time off the clock. You got 12 seconds left when Jaden gets it, 10 seconds before he's there, right? He finally gets set back up with 7 seconds. He throws the cut at 5 seconds, right? There's a block from Ney, who's guarding the paint on a totally new defensive alignment and a totally new defensive call based on how the offense played out of what looked like a standard pick and roll set. So that's really how defense works. It's all about communicating these rotations and communicating the different assignments and knowing the different responsibilities and being able to react to them. But at the same time, right, not getting hemmed up by, I've got to play this, I got to play that. Also not being afraid to make a play, right? So again, one of the strengths of our defense this year was kind of that rotation ability, keyed by Cease, who really he was the defensive player of the year in 2023. He's so great at calling these kind of different rotations and different setups of the defense at the same time as being able to guard on ball and in the paint at an extremely high level. But we had 5 really good defenders last season. We've got the same team this season. So it's going to be exciting to see how the defense continues to evolve and continues to be in sync. We really got the hang of it by the playoffs last year, going 7-1. And I think this play is just a really good example of early on against NBL, a team that beat us earlier in the year. We were very much in sync. We were very much rotating together. We were very much communicating as a team. And that's what defense is all about. That's 2KL 101.